What's up guys, it's Barca Boy here, and in the last episode we didn't really do much, so this episode I really want to just focus on get my tactics set. It's always kind of a very sort of annoying process, but it needs to be done if you want to have any sort of success in the game. And obviously the more detail you go into it, the better you're going to have. So, I mean, as you can see, we've got the main sort of tactics center here now. And obviously what we're going to do is I'm going to start with my tactics. So click here and I can set my formation to a 4-2-3-1. This is what I like, but as you can see you have a whole load of different stuff you can choose from what you like. But I like 4-2-3-1. It's a system that works for me a lot. And I like to put my two guys out here as wingers. So as you can see we've got basically our main shape, and that's what I like. This is the sort of main shape that I like to go for. Now this is quite new. So the philosophy here, rigid, very rigid. Obviously, your team isn't allowed to move position. I like to play a fluid style, and I like to play a controlling style. So I like to play quite a possessive style game, and it seems to work for me. And that's the main thing. You need to look for players that sort of suit this style. One thing to notice over here, the more your players play this formation, and that the more familiar they become with it, and then obviously the more natural and the better they'll play, the more you stick to your certain tactics. So I'm pretty happy with this for now. Now I want to tweak the team instructions and stuff. So as you can see, we're playing fluid and control. My passing style, I always like to play a short. Creative freedom, I will leave that to default depending on each player's position. Closing down, I think we will leave that to... I think we'll leave it default. Tackling will stick to default. Crossing, default, and roaming will default, because this will all depend on each one of the players' individual positions that they'll do. My defensive line, I like to play a border line. So just as you see, as it swaps to deep, I like to play that. I like to play it nice and wide. Tempo, of course, needs to be nice and quick. Time wasting, not bothered. Focus passing down both flanks. We got down both flanks? No, I won't. I'll leave it at mixed for the moment. Counter-attacking, of course. I don't see why you wouldn't go for counter-attacking. That's really helpful if you've got pacey players. I'll have a playmaker and a target man, but that will obviously be set once the players go into their positions. Okay. Alright, my playmaker will be my attacking midfielder, and my target man, of course, will be my striker. Target man supply, I won't say anything for that yet until we know who is going to be my main target man. So once we've got that now, I want to go into each of the players in individual instructions. So if you click on my goalkeeper here, you'll see the goalkeeper come up, and you can obviously choose a goalkeeper or a sweeper keeper. I'm just going to stick with a standard goalkeeper for now, and I need to do this for every position. What's good about this is you could go into all this and do your individual stuff itself, but by not showing the attributes and just going for a player fullback or wing back. So I like to have my fullbacks as defensive. I found that I prefer to have a very solid back four. So that's them both set to defend. My central defenders, ball playing defender, limited. No, we'll keep them as they are. Okay, now this man here I like to always just have as a standard central midfielder with support, so that's fine. This man here I like to play as a central midfielder that likes to defend. So although he's not a defensive midfielder, he won't push forward too much for me. He'll just sit in this area for me. Now my wingers. So this winger, I can set him to a winger, an inside forward, an advanced playmaker, or a defensive winger. And I will go with a winger for now. I know back in my last year, I managed to get Neymar, and I would play him here as an inside forward, so he'd tend to cut in and go inside that way. So that's what the inside forward would do. A winger will just look to get the ball up the wing and cross it in and stuff like that. So I'm going to stick with winger for now and set them both to attack. Just make sure they're both to attack. Because I like my attacking four here to have a lot of freedom and just go. They just think about attacking. The rest of the team focuses on defending. This man here is my most important player, and it's my advanced playmaker. And he is all about attack. There's another thing is called a trequartista. He's sort of like a playmaker as well. It's sort of like your I suppose, a Rooney style that would be a striker but would come in and sort of create a lot of player. But I would like to go for an advanced playmaker, so that would be similar to, your Van der Vaart, someone like that. So I'm kind of happy with this now. Obviously, you can go and tweak things a lot more by going into all this sort of stuff, which I probably will, but I won't sort of bore you with it. So right now, I'm pretty happy with my overall tactics now, and I think this could be the winning formation. I think we have this man set. Oh no, actually, we never did that. Player instructions. We forgot about the last man. My big striker. And this man I like to play as a target man. Obviously, as you can see, it highlights the blue areas that are most important for each position. When you get a really top world-class forward, you can set it to a complete forward. As you can see, he needs everything. But for now, I like a target man, and I'm going to try and get someone that's big, physical. And yeah, so that's pretty much, I'm pretty happy with my tactics overall now. It's a nice system. It always seems to work well for me. So I will hope this guy, blah, blah, I can't really say. So that's pretty much it for this episode. Next we will be moving on to lots getting into the transfer window and getting some players into the team. So I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.